Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another X-Men Evolution reaction for you guys. This is Season 3, Episode 2 of the show, The Stuff of Heroes, like that title. The Season 2 premiere, oh my god, I literally watched it a few minutes ago, I'm recording these back to back. Oh my god, insanity. And I love the fact that it picked up on from the insanity of the Season 2 two-parter finale. And it was like, oh my god, there's still a lot to unpack here because literally they wasted no time, because after this like long previously on at the ending of season 2 and everything, because it made sense because a lot of things happened to kind of set up and get us ready for jumping right into Cyclops still confronting Mystique. The army police show up, and then a little later Nick Fury is there to help them because some mutants of course were captured. Of course it was Blob. Wolverine was taken of course by Trask in season 2 and everything. Beast was taken rogue, and I think Spike and maybe somebody else, I'm trying to remember, but anyways, it was insane to see all of the mayhem that was going on, and a group of the mutants as well, because the X-Mansion's gone. A group of them got separated, and now they're underground with, I believe his name is Caliban. I think I had to look that up. I'm like, is that who I think it's like? Is that Caliban? Because I couldn't remember the name. It was Caliban. Now, I don't know what's going to happen from here. I have a lot of theories in terms of, okay, the focus needs to be on finding Professor X. I'm hoping that's the focus. We'll see what happens. But so many things went down in the season 8 premiere. I cannot wait to see what they do next, guys. I'm loving the show so much, and we have a number of episodes left to go. It turns out season 3 and 4 have less episodes than season 2 did, which was 17. So we're getting close to, not close to the end, but we're starting down the road of getting close to the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's jump into now. Let's go.
What are you doing? Where is Professor X? Let me pass.
And she did not give it up.
What were they doing in here?
Training.
Excuse me. Have you uncovered any new evidence that the mutants are threats?
Seeking both known mutants and those yet to be revealed. But they have a difficult and dangerous task before them.
Do I look that bad to you?
Shh. Pipe down, would you? We're trying to keep a low profile.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Take him down.
Throws them off a little bit. Ooh.
Low profile.
Constantly on the run, it sucks.
Logan!
It's better just to... Oh, he's still kind of fighting, but it's better to get out there. Nice. Make your own X, so why not?
And I say to you that these mutants
And
are
I say-
concealed weapons of the most dangerous sort.
Oh, shit.
What is the meaning of this? Who are you?
We are mutants, and this witch hunt is going to stop now.
Juggernaut. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Told you. You want to know who I am?
Dude, you should have just walk away.
Better call the sheriff. We got a mutant on our hands.
The sheriff can't do anything about that. Oh.
Maybe they're showing the hearings. I want to see how Storm and Beast are doing.
Yeah,
If
they're in a
able
cave
to-
right now.
I'll tell you how they're doing. Terrible.
It's not like we didn't expect this kind of reaction.
It was
And your
bound to
sulking
happen.
Isn't helping.
Just the way it
I'm
happened.
sorry. I don't know how I get through this without you.
Oh.
How's the reception from here? Hey everyone, the hearings are on. Oh man, I'm trapped here.
Oh, perfect. That is perfect.
Hey, guys, be quiet. I can't see.
We mutants have lived among you for years without incident. Why
That's
do you
awesome.
persecute us now?
It's also not good that there's actual bad mutants that they'll say, well, if these mutants are bad, so all of you are bad.
What?
She said duck.
Would you relax? Hang on, we're shifting into overdrive.
But couldn't control it, endangering innocent lives.
Oh, correction. Didn't take him long.
That cave is crawling with muties.
Muties. Oh my god. Oh.
All right, we got a fight on our hands.
This will be your only warning. Surrender peacefully.
Perfect. Perfect.
Listen, kid.
No. We're the X-Men, Wolverine. We're not kids anymore.
Not fighting back, just protecting.
Let me get this straight. If they're after us, then they're the enemy.
I
No,
mean,
but they think we are.
yeah.
The last thing we need to do right now is prove them right.
You want to take charge, then you're on your own.
Damn, he's really? Really? That's a cool visual.
Number 2, get to clear air.
Hi, I'm not
Hello.
Cool. This is Shadowcat.
And this is your weapon system.
I hate that Wolverine walked away. I hate that. Stepping down nicely. I'm assuming it's a mutant. Yeah, it's Juggernaut. Holy crap,
I
dude.
think we're gonna need some backup. The wink of destruction. You are to blame.
They're not doing it.
People, Mr. Chairman. You are atrocities.
Juggernaut.
Not monsters, Mr. McCoy. Tell that to the 63,000 innocent people living in the valley below that dam.
What exactly is he doing? Oh shit. What are you gonna do now? Nothing, exactly. Oh shit. Well, at least it didn't explode and crap.
Has run up against a mutant even they can't handle.
What would the professor have us do?
I don't know. It's a hard decision to make. Ooh. It's just irritating him more than anything else. Oh! Hello! Teamwork. Teamwork. Team up. Okay. Take off the helmet. Nice. There's gotta be a plan here. What are they doing exactly? I was about to say he can still do that.
The dam.
Come on. Come on, we need something. There we go. Take off the helmet.
What are you trying to do?
Well,
Embarrass me to death?
no. Goodbye, helmet. Goodbye.
You think that fancy vice is gonna stop me? Nothing stops me!
Then take it.
Dude, he's still going. He's still going. He's about to pass out.
You can't stop the unstoppable!
Come on, come on.
Party's over and lights out.
She held on for so damn long. Dude, oh my god, yes!
Hey, are you alright?
That took so much out of her. That was crazy, dude.
I'm okay. Professor!
Hey.
We had no idea.
Just get him out of
How'd you have no
I don't
idea?
understand how anyone could get Juggernaut out, let alone get Professor Xavier in.
Oh?
Good job.
All my fellow Americans, human and mutant. I stand before you now to clear the X-Men of all wrongdoing. The real criminal suspect behind the Sentinel weapon has been arrested
They
and
actually
charged.
listened.
This is
The president's position that the mutant population should be free from persecution. But will it work? That remains to be seen.
Once again, another fantastic episode of X-Men Evolution. This was great on many levels. I love the fact that Cyclops took charge. And he was thinking, well, I've been trained to do this. We need to not fight them, because Wolverine's whole thing, and I get it, because Wolverine has really dark past, doesn't have a lot of trust in a lot of individuals. The fact that he trusts Professor X is amazing, because Wolverine as a character just doesn't trust anybody, right? Because anybody could be a backstabber, could be a threat, could actually be a problem. You get what I'm saying? So for Cyclops to actually fight back and argue with him, because Wolverine wants to fight, because they're in the cave and they're tracking him and Rogue back to the cave, and he wants to fight, and he's like, no, they think we're the enemy. We were trained to do good. We're the X-Men. We're not kids. They still are kids. They're still teenagers, but we've been trained this whole entire time, Professor X, and if we fight back, they're just going to continue to look at us the way they are right now. So they found a way to peacefully shut off, like, as a kitty swipe her hand through the web system, and then for Jean Grey to stop their actual helicopters, lower them down, and then bend into a heart their propellers, or whatever you call them, and to make it to where they can't follow them, but they're not hurting them. They're not fighting back like they were in the season 3 premiere. They had to fight back because they were being taken and getting arrested and all that kind of stuff, so they had to fight back. But other times, they were just trying to get away, but they really had to fight back at times there. But here, Cyclops made a point to say, no, we're not going to do that. And with Juggernaut on the loose, which of course, that makes sense in terms of where Professor X was, because he was out. What are we going to do? Because he's like, I don't want to get involved, right? And I think that was smart that Jean says, well, what would the professor do? And what the professor would say is, we have to stop Juggernaut. We have to work together. And they actually worked really well together. All of them working together. Wolverine wasn't there because he did walk away, or he drove away on his bike when him and Cyclops were not seeing eye to eye on this. And he actually showed up at the end there. He actually showed back up, seeing what they did and everything, with a new suit, by the way. New suit color design. That's kind of cool. I'm curious to see what the actual mask is going to be too with that. But we see that new design. But yeah, so the Juggernaut fight sequence on that dam or whatever was awesome. It was so cool to see them working together, finding different ways, because we've already seen them fight Juggernaut before, but this was a different approach because now Professor X is not in the mix. Wolverine's not there, and I don't think Iceman, like Bobby, I don't think Bobby's ever fought Juggernaut yet. So this might be the first time he has. But seeing them all working together and trying to lure him around and everything, and I feel really bad for Rogue, because she was holding on to him for so long. I think that's the longest she's ever been attached to somebody, holding on to them. And then that fight back, oh my god, when she was stopping his punch and picking him up, it was amazing. I loved it so much. I love when Rogue takes people's powers and then effectively uses them against them. It's so good. It just warms my heart. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I just love Rogue for that. I love Rogue as the character. I love pretty much all the characters. So I love the fact when we get to see those really cool moments, especially like when Kitty and Kurt, because I feel like Kurt had something for Kitty. He doesn't really have, because he has his own girl now. I wonder how that's going to work, by the way, because the ending is implying that they're okay now. The X-Men, at least specifically, they're fine. I mean, everyone else is kind of up in the air, but the X-Men have been exonerated from what occurred during the Sentinel thing. Trask was arrested, all that. But just seeing the dynamics of these characters just working together now more efficiently as the X-Men, it feels like more now so they are the X-Men after this episode, because we got to see that team up of them really working together. Because before it's been like, okay, they're out there as a team, but there's like individual moments. But now we get to see it collectively going back and forth, taking on the Juggernaut, because they had to. He's so overpowered. He's so OP. You kind of need to work together. I like that it pretty much opens with Storm and Beast at the Senate hearing, and they're the ones. It makes sense for them to go, because I don't think you could send anybody else. You couldn't send Scott. I guess you could send Jean, but she's too young. It makes sense for Storm and Beast to go, especially for Storm to be kind of the main focus to have the conversation, because I remember in the pilot of X-Men Evolution, she was the one that was like kind of like right hand to Professor X, it seems. So it makes sense for her to do that, and it makes sense for Beast because he visually looks different. So for that Senate hearing to go down, it makes sense to have her as the main talking individual and then have Hank there as Beast to show visually, yes, I am different, but that doesn't mean that I'm the enemy. It doesn't mean I'm a monster. And I think that guy had said, you're all like atrocities, or like, what was the actual, I wonder if I can actually find it. The actual thing he says.
Like you are atrocities.
Yeah, atrocities. He said that to them. And I think he specifically was, because right before that, Hank was finishing a sentence. So it's kind of more in response to him, but it was in a general sense. Now, they had footage of the whole Juggernaut thing go down, and I like how that guy was like, what just happened? And then Storm's like, look, they did what they're supposed to be doing. They were trained to do good, and they did it. Because when they found and they showcased an image from the Danger Room, what is this? They're like, you're preparing for war. Like, no, they're preparing for training. Like, they're training to prepare in case of something happens where they have to go and protect themselves, the world, the town, whatever, like they have to prepare. So what better way than a danger room to train, right? They didn't see it that way at first. Now, we did see at the end, as it's kind of circling Professor X there, the X-Mansion, of course, is still demolished and all that nonsense. But we see the other characters, the other X-Men that were under in the sewer system in the season 3 premiere, which I thought, I guess, maybe there was a plan to see them or something down there for a little bit, but we see them there, so we know they're back at the X-Mansion together. They've all been exonerated. I wonder what this means for Mystique and them, and of course Magneto and his group. I think people are commenting the Acolytes or whatever. I think he had mentioned that earlier. Someone had mentioned that he said that earlier, something about the Acolyte or whatever, trying to recruit Angel. But regardless, they're not exonerated. They're not in the clear. So I don't know what this means for the future of our characters in terms of, is society actually going to accept them? The answer is probably no. Are they going to be able to go back to school? Are they going to be able to go back to kind of a normal-ish life? I mean, they all have targets on their back now, literally, because the footage is everywhere. At one point, they were showing footage or images of each individual character, including Professor X, which I'm guessing, since he was the one who owned the mansion, I guess they implied or assumed that he's a mutant too. But they got all this stuff, and they also were, going through everything they could in terms of the X-Mansion, so they probably found other stuff as well. But I don't know. They all have targets on their back now. I don't know where you go from here. But I really enjoyed the episode. I mean, season 3 is really... It feels... I don't know. I think it's because... It feels different. I think it's because of the fact that now they've been exposed. So now everything is now shifted. And I feel like that makes for more interesting storytelling, because there's a lot of uncertainty moving forward about what's going to happen. Because literally, after watching the season 3 premiere, I'm like, okay, I don't know where the hell you're going from here. I'm thinking they're going to be on the run for a number of episodes, and they're not. So they throw a little twist in the mix. Yeah, they're still on the run in this episode 2 of season 3, but we kind of don't wrap it up, but we kind of find a calming moment, because I don't think this is clearly not over. Clearly not over. There's still a lot more that has to be handled here, because just because the X-Men are doing good doesn't mean everyone's going to agree with that. Just because the president says that they're exonerated and they're not to be blamed, it doesn't mean the world's going to agree with that. Because as we know, in the world, someone high power says something, doesn't mean everyone agrees with it or is going to go along with it. So I feel like this is just a moment of calm before the storm hits up pretty fast again, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. But overall, this was a really good episode. Like I said, great time with the episode. I'm really loving the show right now. Been loving the show pretty much the whole time, but still, it's been crazy. I mean, of course, Scott using full blast, taking off his freaking visor, man, that was insane, but Juggernaut still wasn't being stopped. Good stuff. And that the whole town was in crisis and everything. And it really wasn't that surprising that Wolverine left when he did, but I'm glad that he came back in the mix, and he has a new suit. I'm looking at it now. It's kind of like a dark blue gold, kind of a change there, so I'm curious to see how that's going to look on the character. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode of X-Men Evolution, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I really can't. I think there was a reason why they didn't show the Brotherhood in this episode. They probably have plans down the road for them at some point. I wonder if they're going to try to get in with the X-Men so they're exonerated too. That's not going to happen, but maybe they will. Who knows? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.